Hey guys, Paul from Ashen Phoenix. It is New Comic Book Day for the week of June 9th, and we're going to get started right now. This episode brought to you by the Comic Book Store, 30 North Main Street, Glassboro, New Jersey, 08028. Come buy some comics. We have a lot of D&D stuff now, so come buy some of that.
Hey guys, it's Tim from Capes and Scowls, Team Ashen, the Comic Book Store, and probably several other places. Can't confirm or deny. Let's talk about the trades. Today I've got Black Cat Volume 4. This is still Jed MacKay, right? Yes, MacKay good. MacKay's doing like everything.
He is.
He's got Moon Knight coming out, and he's got something else they just announced. I can't remember. Something good though.
Don't know. But I know it.
I don't remember.
Whatever it is, it's probably good.
It's probably great. Hi, MacKay. Amazing Fantasy. This is Marvel Milestones. This is AF-15 and Amazing Spider-Man 1 through, it looks like 10. 10 as the Enforcer, so it's the best issue ever. Nobody fact-checked that. The Mighty Thor Epic Collection Volume 20. This tackles a lot of the later Thor stuff, and it's got Thorcore in here. Who doesn't love Thorcore? Thorcore. It's where they introduced Thunderstrike. 1956, Sweet Little Ramona. I have no earthly idea what this is, but it's from Cathead Comics, so it's probably good. Cathead Comics?
Never heard of it.
I don't know everything. Immortal Hulk, Volume 9. This book is just sweet, and it's getting towards that end point now, so I guess it's going to be 11 or 12 volumes probably by the time we get to the end. Earth 1, Volume 3 hardcover for Batman. Jeff Johns, Gary Frank, your Geiger team. We've got Star Wars Bounty Hunters Volume 2. This series has been pretty good too. I keep popping in on it. I enjoy getting more background on the bounty hunter characters. Aquaman Deep Dives. This collects the Aquaman Giants that came out, I want to say it was last year, as well as a bunch of digital chapters. There it is. So if you're an Aquaman fanatic, you may have missed some of this. And finally, we got Erratic by Carrie Andrews, who I love, and I know Paul loved this book. You didn't read it, for shame, and read it. It's from AWA.
First up, we have Web of Spider-Man issue number 1. This is kind of misleading because technically it's Web because it's a company that Tony Stark created with the initials WEB. So Web and Web of Spider-Man. But Spider-Man is going to work at a new job created by Tony Stark and working with people like Squirrel Girl and Moon Girl and other people who are the best and the brightest to create new stuff, and they are attacked by holograms that are trying to steal secrets. It's kind of an interesting origin story of a new group of people as they try to fumble through their own shortcomings of not becoming their own person and not being able to work well with others and then having to come together. It's that typical story. It's another Spider-Man story. It's not bad. I mean, it was written pretty well. Whether or not you want to read it, it's up to you. If you're looking for something new, grab it.
All right. It's important to note all 3 of my books are pretty good, so order isn't important. They're all great. First up, Red Sonja, 1982. Why not? I took it as a sign. I was born in 1982. So there you go. I was like, sure, I'll read this. And then I found out it was Amy Chu, and I do thoroughly enjoy Amy Chu. And she does really good work on Red Sonja. Essentially what you have is some futuristic robot and some aliens, yes, decide they want to fight Red Sonja, and they end up sending the robot, just for fun, to go fight Red Sonja. And things go terribly wrong, and reasons I won't spoil here, everybody's in 1982. So you have a combination of Red Sonja trying to blend in and figure out 1982, and then a robot shows up to finish its original job. Pretty cool story. Very, it's a silly concept, but it works really good. And I enjoyed the writing. The art was super good too. And just really cool panel work. I really enjoyed the layout. So if you like Red Sonja and you want something different, this is a one and done as far as I can tell. Maybe they'll go back to different 80s eras. Who doesn't like 80s? I liked them explaining what a Commodore 64 was to Red Sonja. That was fun. So if you like something different with your Red Sonja, this one was pretty good.
Next up, we have Archie's 80th Anniversary Everything's Archie issue number 1. That's a mouthful. These are several stories of Archie written in a very classic Archie's art style. It's a lot of fun. It's several stories of Archie basically trying to get money to go out on a date in a gig economy, and basically going on different adventures trying to fill these gigs up as Reggie tries to take him out. And a lot of them are fun. There's one where Jughead asks him to go Pokemon hunting and stuff like that. It was fun. It's a very classic Archie. It's not really what you would see from the Mark Waid stuff or anything like that, but it was still enjoyable. So if you like classic Archie, you'll love this. Grab it.
All right, next up, we got Bunny Mask from Aftershock. And I think if this had come out any other week, this would have been my pick of the week. This is a disturbing and awesome book. Horror fans will absolutely love it. Essentially, what you have is a little girl and her father live out in the woods, mountain area. And the father goes kind of crazy. Murders the wife and makes the kid dig in a mine in the mountain. He's trying to find some creature that is talking to him. And he hears voices in his head. The police and a bunch of other characters end up going there to look for him. It doesn't end well. Essentially, one character does survive and later on finds the little girl who was his daughter. It is super cool. I can't tell you too much more than that because I think it'll give things away, but this is a dark, weird story, and I really did enjoy it. So if you like creepy stories, creepy horror, this is for you.
And my pick of the week is DC Pride issue number 1. I was not expecting this to be the thing, because it's an anthology, so there's like 8 different stories in here. But there was a lot of fun and a lot of great stories, amazing art in here, and solid writing. It starts off with a Batwoman story that really kind of sets the tone for what you can expect for the rest of this book, and then a bunch of stories with, including Midnighter, one of the new Flashes, Poison Ivy and Harley, a really touching story between Alan Scott and his son, and The Question. These are just really good stories. I was not expecting to like this. I was not expecting to care. And also Dreamer, now that I'm seeing Dreamer. Yes. So the art is fantastic here. The writing is actually very, very good, despite it being a bunch of different people. But like some of your big heavy hitters like Mariko Tamaki and Tinian are on attached to this book. And when you have those artists, or when you have those writers, and then you have some of the artists that are attached to those particular books, you're going to get some very good storytelling. And I was very impressed with how this came out. Yeah, I liked it. You should grab it.
All right, time for my pick of the week. Paul, what is it? You know what it is this time. You do know what it is, because you said it's just got to be, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Do you remember the long title?
No.
It's the 6 sidekicks of Trigger Keaton. Look at Trigger Keaton. He's adorbs. Essentially, this is Kyle Starks. He's my boy, so, you know, him and Schweitzer. I just knew going into today this was probably going to be my pick. Trigger Keaton is an action star. He's kind of the equivalent of a Chuck Norris on, like, Walker, Texas Ranger, except he's a complete asshat. And everyone who has ever worked with him hates his guts. And he is mysteriously ended. He is murdered. So it is a murder mystery, and his 6 sidekicks come together to try to figure out who done it. They're all suspects in one way or another. They're all very different types of characters. And this is just a blast, as always, with a Starks book. I am very excited to see where this goes. It's just great. If you haven't read Starks, how dare you? But this book is a lot of fun. It really just felt like asshole Chuck Norris the whole time, and I was really having a blast. Some of the dialogue was really funny, and just solid start. It's a lot of setup, but it's gonna go crazy. I feel like he got all this setup out of the way so it can just be punchies and kickies from this point forward, which I am a fan of. So let's see where this goes. I've really loved it. Please check it out. Do it or else. Maybe. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you for checking out the video. There's all kinds of cool surprises in the near future. maybe. And you know, you can check them out coming out on this very channel when that happens, right? Maybe. Look, you know, it's very relaxed over here. Okay, sometimes things happen.
We like to what's the
Underwhelm?
No, it's under promise, over deliver.
I'm surprised I mentioned it at all. But
there you go.
Yeah. Things will happen. If you want us to do things, leave it in the comment below. Let me know what thing you'd like to see either myself or Paul work on the channel. Keep it PG, I guess. And
I would like to see you air guitar for some reason. I don't know why.
Air guitar?
Yeah.
If they want a video of me just air guitaring for, I don't know, how long is the video going to be? Like a minute or so?
8 minutes for advertising?
8 minutes? If you want to see a video of me air guitaring for 8 minutes, how many comments do we need?
We need 500 views.
500 views?
No, actually, no. We need 1,000 views.
1,000 views. 1,000 views. And, I don't know, 10 comments. We don't need that many comments, right? 10.
I mean, to get to 1,000 views, you probably need more than 10 comments. 1,000 views. Some just weird number.
People don't comment though.
I noticed.
People view and don't comment. Sad.
Like,
I try to comment when I'm on YouTube. I'm always like, yeah, man, that was wild. And they're like, oh, thanks. You know, but hey, I help their metrics. Hey, man, good job with that thing you said. That's all you need. You do you though. I know you don't got time. So that's it. Paul, bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you later.